Imagine this. It's 2 a.m. A 24-year-old named Arham is sitting in his room staring at his phone screen. His hands are shaking. His account, the one he spent 8 months building, the one he told his family about, the one he bragged about at dinner, just went to zero. Not down 50%, not down 80%, zero in one trade. He sat there in the dark, not crying, just silent, staring at a red number that used to be his future. Now here's what you don't know about Arham. He had done everything right. He watched YouTube videos every single day. He studied charts for hours. He had a strategy, he had a plan. He even made good money in his first few months. So what went wrong? The answer is something nobody teaches you. Nobody puts it in a course. Nobody talks about it in those highlight reel trading accounts on Instagram or Twitter. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly what it is, because this could be the difference between you becoming profitable one day or becoming another story like Arham's. Phase 1, the honeymoon phase. Every single trader, without exception, starts the same way. You make your first profitable trade. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $500, it doesn't matter. The moment that green number shows up on your screen, something happens inside your brain. A chemical fires, dopamine, and suddenly you are convinced, absolutely convinced, that you have figured something out that other people haven't. You start calculating, okay, if I do this every week, in 1 year I'll have… Sound familiar? This is phase 1. Traders call it the honeymoon phase. Everything feels electric. The market feels logical. You feel like a genius. But here's the brutal truth. You are not winning because you are skilled. You are winning because the market is going up, or because you got lucky, or because beginners almost always hit a few good trades before reality arrives. This phase ends, and when it does, it doesn't knock, it kicks the door down. Phase 2, the dark room. This is the phase where Arham lost everything. This is the phase where 95% of traders quit. And honestly, I understand why. Because phase 2 is not just about losing money. It's about losing confidence, losing sleep, losing the story you told yourself about who you are and where you're going. The losses pile up. Your strategy, the one you were so confident about, stops working. You start making emotional trades. You go bigger to recover faster. And that is exactly when the market takes the rest. But here is something I need you to hear very carefully. This phase is not failure. This phase is school. Think about it like this. If you wanted to become a surgeon, you would spend years in medical school, paying tuition, making mistakes in simulations, getting humbled by professors who know more than you. Nobody would call that failure. They'd call it training. Trading is the same, except the tuition comes out of your account instead of a student loan. Every blown trade teaches you something that no YouTube video, no trading course, no mentor can actually teach you. And that's how you respond under real pressure, with real money, with real emotions on the line. In phase 2, you learn that risk management isn't optional. Keeping 2% of your account on any single trade feels boring and unnecessary until the day it saves everything you have. You learn that your emotions are your biggest enemy, not the whales, not the bots, not the manipulators, you, the voice in your own head that whispers, "This one is different," right before it isn't. You learn patience, that sitting on your hands and doing nothing is sometimes the most profitable thing you can do. Most people never survive phase 2 long enough to find that out. Phase 3, quiet competence. Now let me tell you what happened to Arham after that night. He didn't quit. He did something most people don't. He sat with the loss. He went back through every trade he had made, not to feel bad, but to understand. He started a journal. He reduced his position sizes to almost nothing. He stopped listening to social media calls and started developing his own process. 18 months later, Arham is profitable. Not rich, not posting screenshots, not buying a Lamborghini, just consistently profitable, quietly, boringly, month after month. And that is exactly what phase 3 looks like. You stop checking prices every 5 minutes. You stop feeling FOMO when a coin pumps without you. You stop needing to be right on every trade. You start following your rules even when your gut says otherwise. You start treating small, consistent wins as the victory they actually are. Something shifts, not in the market, in you. Profitability didn't come because Arham found a magic indicator. It came because he finally became disciplined enough to trust a process over his emotions, patient enough to wait for real setups, humble enough to accept that the market is always smarter than any individual trader. The real cost, nobody tells you. Here is the question nobody asks before they start trading. Not, can I make money doing this, but am I willing to pay what this actually costs? Because trading will cost you money, that part is obvious, but it will also cost you time, months, sometimes years. It will cost you your ego, that version of yourself that needs to be right, that can't stand losing, that measures self-worth in a profit and loss statement. And sometimes it will cost you relationships, people who don't understand why you're still at it when things aren't working. Most people want a shortcut. They want the result without the process. And the market, without any emotion, without any mercy, exposes that want and destroys it. The traders who make it are not always the smartest. They are the most stubborn. They refuse to quit when quitting made perfect sense. So, let me leave you with this. The learning curve in trading is not a bug. It is the feature. It is designed by the market itself to filter out everyone who is not serious. And if you are somewhere in the middle of that curve right now, feeling lost or frustrated or like you're the only one struggling, you're not. Every profitable trader you have ever looked up to went through exactly what you are going through. The difference is they stayed. They kept showing up. They let the market teach them instead of fighting it. The market rewards patience, it punishes ego, and it respects discipline every single time. So here's my question for you. Where are you right now? Phase 1, still riding the excitement? Phase 2, in the middle of the hard part? Or Phase 3, quietly building something real? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video gave you something, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Not for the likes, because someone in your circle might be one bad trade away from quitting something that could have changed their life. See you in the next one.